After reading the stimulus packet, I became intrigued after reading an article by Derek Thompson. A quote used by Thompson claimed depression, spousal abuse, and suicide all become prevalent. These were factors of joblessness, according to Thompson. After that, I became intrigued and my question, does work stress lead to drug dependency and alcoholism? So the American dream. The American dream is defined as prosperity and success for Americans, and Americans believe to live the American dream that they have to work a large amount of hours to be successful. In this graph by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the Division of International Labor Comparisons, the United States was ranked 5th compared in the average annual hours worked in 2011. They were top 5 compared and had close to 2,000 hours worked. And this is important as it shows that being top 5 in countries with a lot of hours worked can be very stressful on the employed person, and their workload can be stressful at this time. Commonly, there are also stressors that come with workforce, and these stressors can be defined from Michael Froehn, a PhD, says that dangerous work conditions, noxious physical work environments, interpersonal conflict with supervisors and coworkers, heavy workloads, unfair treatment regarding pay and benefits, and job insecurity can all become factors of this. This is important as it shows that these minor things can cause a lot of stress in the employed person, and the work environment can be very stressful upon the person as well. These many stressors often lead to drug and alcoholism. According to Kathleen Brady, who has a PhD and a professor at the Medical University of South Carolina, found that clinical and naturalistic studies assess the influence of both acute and chronic stress on drinking behavior and the development of alcoholism. This shows that the stress consumed by the employed person leads to negative effects in decision making. Also shown in this graph, posted by Alicia Lawrence and Management and Business, claims shocking statistics. There is 7.1% of employed adults have consumed alcohol during the day, and 9.1% of employed adults have actually came to work hungover. This also includes drug use as well, as 2.9% of employed adults actually used illicit drugs before coming to work, and a whopping 3.1% of employed adults have worked under the influence of an illicit drug. This is important as 77% of drug and alcohol users work full-time and half-time in the workplace, and it can also affect the workplace and the business's reputation. So why does it matter? It matters as stress is a factor that can also lead to deadly and life-everlasting effects, such as heart disease, hypertension, upper respiratory infections, peptic ulcers, reduced immunity, migraines, depression, and suicidal tendencies. This was found by John M. Ivan Vick, Michael T. Madsen, and Edward P. Richards, who were all involved in the Harvard Business Review. So my solutions have come to that Americans need to work shorter work days, and this can affect them as the longer Americans have to work, the more stress that is put on them whenever they come home after work, and which usually leads to the drug and alcoholism. And so working shorter work days will actually help that. According to an OECD, a statistic website for better economic involvement found on Google Scholar, states that in the U.S. in 2015, Americans actually worked 1,790 average hours. This was compared to Germany's average hours worked in a year being 1,371. This does show that Americans put a lot of time into their workforce and actually work that as part of their life. Work days become part of their life. and is very stressful on the employees. Lowering the amount of hours can ultimately help with the stresses that come along with working many long hours. Another possible solution can be to have beneficial factors at the workplace that can bring a more positive and upbeat environment for the persons to work in. This is beneficial as Google, for example, they allow naps, massages, and personal time to be allowed in their workforce, and this brings a more positive, upbeat environment for the worker to be working in, so they can ultimately be happier at the workplace, which can also make them want to work more hours. And whenever people want to work more hours and are less stressful, that can be beneficial to the economy.
Okay. Thanks. Can you please tell me about some evidence that you gathered that you did not use and why?
Some evidence that I gathered and didn't use, it was from an addiction specialist, and it stated that when it becomes too much for a person in work where they have to lead to drug or alcoholism, it is part of an addiction. And I left that out because I felt that not everybody that is stressed uses it for addiction purposes. Some people just use it to better themselves and make themselves feel better.
Okay. What additional questions emerged from your research, and why do you think these are important about your topic?
Some questions that emerged from my topic was what other things can cause stress that leads to drug and alcoholism, as I found that many minor things in the workforce can cause stress, and I wanted to know what other things could lead to stress that could affect alcoholism and drug dependency.
Okay, thank you.